Now, the excitement is building in the Saints Academy after huge news this week. Our under-19s have qualified for the UEFA Youth League, where they'll play Serbian giants Red Star Belgrade. The first round tie in the domestic champions path will be played over 2 legs in the coming weeks. The Saints at home first before a trip to Serbia. It's the first time that St. Pat's will have ever played in the competition, which features some of the biggest clubs in Europe. In a moment, we'll check in with 3 of the players and get the views of Lee and Ger. But first, let's remind ourselves of how the lads qualified. They did so by winning the under-19 league final just before Christmas and what was a dramatic night at the UCD Bowl.
Welcome along to the UCD Bowl for the SSE Electricity League Under-19 League Final. Tonight, it's the turn of Bohemians and St. Patrick's Athletic. We're about to get underway between Bohemians and St. Pat's in the SSE Electricity League Under-19 League Final. It is Bohemians to get us underway. Burns. Not a bad cross. And flicked towards goal and in. And getting the final touch on that one was Kyle Robinson. Keeper comes out. It's dangerous. It comes off Kelly. Can he finish this one off? It's an unbelievable break for Bohemians, but they'll take it. Colin Kelly, the go-away man, equalises. Darragh Burns getting his cross in. Dealt with very well. Malloy doesn't get anything on that. Is that a penalty? Yes, it is. Burns rolls it home, and it looks like St. Pat's are going to win the SSE Electricity League Under-19 final. Surely this is it. The full-time whistle is blown and St. Patrick's Athletic are the SSE Electricity League Under-19 champions. An exciting ending to the game. Looks like he's sharing them up with Kelly. St. Patrick's Athletic are the SSE Electricity League Under-19 champions.
So Daz, cast your mind back 8 months to the Under-19s final, the win, the penalty, and ultimately the achievement of making Europe.
Yeah, no, what a night it was to beat Bows in the final out in the ball, and to win the league obviously against Bows, who are probably our biggest rivals, and it was brilliant. I remember like it was yesterday. It was a special night, and obviously I scored the winning penalty to win the league. Obviously, probably the last kick of the game in the league, and it was just special. Like it was probably what I dreamt of the night before to score the winner and had the last say in the final. But it was an amazing night. The celebrations after the game, and it's a moment I'll cherish forever. And I think the lads deserved it. Obviously, we got into Europe now because of the draw, and we're all looking forward to that and see what happens from here now. But no, it was brilliant, and to score the winning penalty and to make everyone happy after a tough year. Like it was only a few days before Christmas as well, so I think it put a lot of smiles on faces, and that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, that's Darragh Burns telling us about scoring the winner in the Under-19 League final just before Christmas. A goal and a victory that secured UEFA Youth League football for St. Pat's for the first time. We'll hear from players Josh Keeley and Kian Corbally in a second, but now let's take a look back at the draw itself, which took place at UEFA HQ on Tuesday.
First round, domestic champions path, round 1. To conclude, teams are known, just the order to be fixed.
St. Patrick's Athletic.
St. Patrick's Athletic FC from Ireland, also a newcomer here, and they will be welcoming for their first leg at home. Oops. It will be FK Crvena Zvezda from Serbia.
Yeah, what a draw for the lads who'll face Serbian side Red Star Belgrade. The home leg will be at Richmond Park later this month before the away game in Belgrade a couple of weeks later. We'll have exact details ASAP. Let's check in now with 2 of the players for their thoughts. In a moment, goalkeeper Josh Keeley. But first, here's the club's youngest ever senior goal scorer, Kian Corbally.
Oh, I'm really excited. It's a long time coming now. We had to wait for a few good big results to go away, and thankfully they did. So really looking forward to it. It'll be a great experience for all the lads, and the group of players we have are well capable of going out and giving that our best go.
Yeah, what was the process like? Because there was lots of results, as you said, that had to happen in the Europa League last Thursday in order for Ireland to secure the last spot.
Yeah, I think it happened last year as well, or the year before with Bohemians, that they got the last spot as well. So it's like a thing, the Irish teams always get the last spot, but well, I'm really looking forward to it, and playing here the first leg, it'll give us a good advantage. The first leg, the home fans and that, so I'm really looking forward to be great.
Oh, unbelievable, Jay. It's different class, like getting through to the final last year and then going on and winning it. It's unbelievable, like, and then watching the draw the other day at home and seeing us being matched against Red Star Belgrade and knowing like a little bit about them, it's unbelievable. Like, I just can't wait for it.
What did you think when you saw the draw? Where did you watch it, and how excited were you with the pot that came out in the end?
Oh, the pot, like, there's some big teams in there, like you have your Rangers and stuff, and it would have been unbelievable to draw against them, but it's just as big to draw against Red Star Belgrade, and just to watch it from home and see St. Pat's in it, like, and now that's my team, like, it's unbelievable.
The country probably never would have went, as you said, Serbia, so it's like football. It just brings you many places that you would never seen, and it's a new experience for the lads and different climate. And Red Star is probably one of the biggest clubs in Serbia, so they'll have a good home support. Us going over Irish lads, they'll give us a bit of stick, but it'll be good for us. We'll take it as it comes and give it our best go.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, like first European game for the club, underage football, so it's the crowd. It's going to be important for us as well, because going away, we know it's going to be a huge test for us.
We can't wait for the UEFA Youth League Academy action in the coming weeks. I'm here with the Academy Director Ger O'Brien and first team player Lee Desmond. Ger, for our under-19s to draw Red Star Belgrade in the UEFA Youth League is the stuff of dreams for the young lads, really, isn't it?
Jay, do you know what? It's just been a bit of a mad week with it all, because to be honest with you, 2 or 3 weeks ago when the first couple of rounds of the Europe were done, we thought we were dead. Like, we didn't think we had a chance because of the way the rankings were going to go, and the rankings are done on the international team, so there was nothing that even the European teams in domestically could have done. And then all of a sudden we got word going in, and I watched the full game of Monaco and Shakhtar or whatever it was, and I swear to God I was jumping around the house when they got that goal. It was the best OG I've ever seen. I was delighted, and do you know what, it's been really, really good for the group of players that we have, because the club is putting in an awful lot of work to try and get these players to the club. Them are trying to get them in and get them ready to be in around the first game, and then they're getting chances, and it just goes to show. I know the route out of 16 is gone now realistically with Brexit, unless you're going to go but it just goes to show. And I'm going to bring Lee in on this one, Jay, because it wouldn't have been around when we were playing as kids. To have this and to get this opportunity with the type of coach and full-time environment. You went to Newcastle, it wasn't for you. We're trying to explain to the kids, and we were on Zooms with Lee as well, that it doesn't have to be that you have to get on that plane to have a football career.
Yeah, you've heard me say it plenty of times, Ger. I think this Brexit is a blessing in disguise for the likes of Adam Murphy, Darragh Burns, Ben McCormick. They're gonna have first team football. They might have 100 games under their belt by the time they're 20, you know. And the academy football, look, obviously facilities, everything's better. It's going to be tough to stop a young lad going to a Premier League club, but they're going to be better when they're 21, 22, when it actually matters. They're going to have games under their belt, and as well, like, you've got Kian Corbally Darragh Burns, Ben, James Banquet playing tonight, Josh Keeley. This is the best group of young players that we've had since I'm at the club coming through, and that's down to Ger's work and Sean O'Connor and Mark Kenny, these sort of lads. And there's plenty of young lads getting game time as well now, and a few that aren't playing in the team as well, but if they come in, there'll be no problem.
Ger, you've been busy this week with Zoom calls and trying to organise everything, really. What can you tell us about what the lads can expect for the games? And I suppose they have a couple of league games to go as well before they can focus on the European matches, and it's very exciting for them, but for you there's lots of planning involved to get everything ready for them.
It's huge for me as well, Jay, because for me, the last time I would have been involved in Europe, you know, you don't think about it as a player. That's your draw, you turn up, you get on the plane, you go away, and that's it. For me now, it's on UEFA, on Red Star, working with Anthony and behind the scenes, trying to organise flights, accommodation.
Yeah, we can see Josh Keeley, the goalkeeper there, Ger, at the moment.
And you know what? It's great for these boys because we're trying to make this a great experience for them, but we want them to do well. It's not just about turning up, going to Red Star. We have them here in Richmond. Hopefully we can get some sort of a decent crowd in and kind of showcase. And it's about our boys kind of saying, listen, you're training with fantastic senior players every day. You're not only learning from a football point of view, but you're learning life lessons as well and life skills, being a bit more senior, good senior pros around the place. You know, these guys are getting a fantastic ground and understand stuff that I didn't get when I came in, stuff that Lee wouldn't have got when he came in, and it's just really, really good. There's a lot of excitement around the place. The senior team are doing really well, the academy's doing really well, so long may it continue.
And Lee, there's been so many of the players, you mentioned a couple there, who've been with the first team, not just training, but in squads, making really important contributions. You know, Ben's just one player of the month, for example. Ben McCormack from, you know, who was involved in the final last year. Darragh Burns has been great. James Bank was starting again tonight, among loads of others, as you said, who are training away, made debuts. Kian Corbally, Tommy Lonigan. How have you found training with them and helping them, and I suppose seeing how good they are?
Yeah, throughout the year there's been different lads coming up through training, and a lot of the lads have got full-time contracts now, and they don't look out of place. And you see them coming into games. Obviously, that spot is Ben McCormack's now on the team. Darragh Burns is playing nearly every week, and then James comes in and he just looks comfortable. I promise you, there's a few other lads as well that walk into the team, and hopefully in the next few years they get those opportunities.
Do you find, though, Lee, that as much as the academy coaches can say to them and try to drill stuff into them, I always found that if a senior player was going to say something to me, it would have much more resounding effect than a manager saying something. Or, you know, if Sean O'Connor or Mark Kenny or John Donoghue is saying the same thing over and over, it goes on. All of a sudden, Lee Desmond is telling you to do it. Chris Forrest is telling you to do it. You know, do things quicker, track that runner. I think that is massive for a young player. That is their football education.
It is, yeah, and to be fair, Stephen says that to the older lads a lot. Like, you have to have an influence and be a top pro for the younger lads. And to be fair, this group of lads, the young lads come in every day, and there's not one player who you can't say isn't a top professional and doesn't train properly and all. So they've got a great environment to learn from, and yeah, it's shown, isn't it?